The construction industry faces many challenges, but one we don't often hear about is the mental health of its workers, and this is a real issue. The sector has the highest suicide rate of any sector in New Zealand, which of course is tragic. And part of the reason behind this is the fact that the mainly male workforce are reluctant to talk about their feelings, good or bad. Come on, men, we're going to need to man up on this. And right now the sector is doing it tough. A lot of development's gone on hold, jobs have gone. So when site manager Alan Farragher witnessed the struggle, he decided to do something about it and launched a fancy pants workwear brand aimed at starting conversations on the worksite, breaking down barriers, you see. Now, I can imagine Forrester wearing this sort of thing while on the tools, and they're not your standard hi-viz. For those watching this, you'll see why. If you're listening, maybe now is the time to click on the YouTube camera, because you won't have seen anything like this on a construction site before. 50% of any profit he makes will go to mental health charities as well. GC already. Alan joins me now. G'day, nice to have you on the program.
Thanks for having me.
So you've got the hi-viz with the fancy materials. Just come forward a little bit as well. Yep. You've got the fancy material on there as well, so nice collar and different sort of colours. What was the thinking behind it?
So it's basically just a conversation starter. So the patterns and the colours themselves are picked to pique people's interest to ask what they're about. Yeah,
and sort of break down barriers. Yeah,
it is. It's just about opening the door to a conversation, basically, and talking about mental health.
What did you see on the work site? What have you seen that forced you to do this?
Well, throughout the 20 years, which is a scary number for me, but 20 years that I've been in construction, I've been part of companies where we've lost people. I've been part of companies that we have got guys that have got to that point where they didn't see any return. And once I had my own kids, it kind of sparked me to look at trying to create a better future for them. Generally, your kids follow in the footsteps of their fathers, follow the same career paths. I've got 3 boys. And I wanted to create a future that if they wanted to follow the career path that I was in, they didn't have to jeopardise their mental health.
Why is the mental health of the workers in the construction industry so vulnerable? Why is it so tenuous?
I think it is just about opening up and having conversations, but it's the work that we do. So the work we do is physically demanding. There's a lot of stress. There's high stress. There's really tight time frames. Low margins currently, so there's no room for error. So people are almost afraid to speak up because it makes them seem as if they're incapable of doing the job.
Yeah, incapable and weak. I suppose they don't come across as weak and incompetent.
Yeah.
But there's always a better way, right? You don't need a permanent solution to a temporary issue.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So is it part of the whole macho stuff that I know we've tried to break this down over the years, but I reckon it's still pretty prevalent, you know?
Well, I think it is. It's a tough guy industry, and I think the industry itself encourages that. It's the get it done attitude, but we need to change that because it's obvious that it's not working.
You need help with this though. You
definitely.
Can't do it alone, can you?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So like I'm doing all this myself. I'm a very small drop in the ocean. I would like if there was someone out there that could help me to bring it to the next level.
And what's next level? What does next level look like?
Well, next level is basically getting it out there in the workforces and probably doing some big pre-orders so that we can bring the cost of manufacturing down.
Yeah.
So that we can obviously give more money back to charities.
And the feedback's been good. The blokes have donned the fancy shirts and things.
Yeah, no, everyone loves them and everyone loves the message behind them as well. So surprisingly, bigger uptake from people than what I was expecting.
Yeah. What's it like when you lose someone that you've been working with in the workplace to this sort of thing?
Well, basically the whole company, from what I've found, is the whole company feels as if they wanted to help. If they knew there was a problem, they all wanted to help. But not knowing was what stopped them, basically.
So we need more on-site care?
Well, I think we probably need to incorporate it into the physical safety. So every company has a safety officer, but I think we probably need to incorporate it into the physical safety of things.
Yeah, well, include the mental stuff.
The mental health and physical, so that it all comes under the one umbrella. Like we've got, every company out there will have at least one health and safety advisor. I think we need to upskill and train them. You know,
it's really smart there. It's really good advice because I was at an event recently and they had really good pastoral care. They asked us, are we okay with this challenge, whatever it was. And then they said to me, what about the mental side of things? We'll give you a call tomorrow, see how you are. And I was just being tested on something, you see. And the next day, a counsellor rang me to see if I was okay. I said, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling. So they follow it up,
Yeah, and that's what it is. It's about knowing the signs as well, being able to see the signs and follow up on them and do something with them.
How tough is it right now, given the market? Because I know developers have sort of gone to the sidelines. They haven't gone broke, but they've gone to the sidelines with high interest rates, and things are a bit tight, right? So they've just pulled back a bit. It means that workers are facing fewer hours or are out of work suddenly, all heading to Australia.
Well, we're losing a lot to Australia,
Yeah.
but I think for the ones that are here, we're facing a much tighter margins. So there's still work out there, but people are fighting for it. So by that, they're dropping their prices. By doing that, they're putting more pressure on the guys because everyone seems to think the best way to gain back time is work a Saturday.
Yeah, and what's the answer?
Well, it doesn't work because all it does is put more pressure on the guys on the ground because they're away from their families.
You can't watch your sons play footy or daughters play netball or whatever it is they do.
You just miss out on your family time, which puts more stress on you.
So your message to blokes, one final message to blokes is what?
Is don't be afraid to reach out, talk to each other. A lot of times it's sharing experiences and kind of if you can get behind what we're doing and promote it and spread the good message.
And how do they get behind it? If there are people listening to this that want to get in behind the hi-viz and the colourful attachments you've got all over them, how do people get in touch? So you
just go to our website, diamondworkwear.co.nz, and you can buy them online.
Yep, good stuff. Hey, nice to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Duncan Garner.